have them lined up over here. These outer ones are gonna be the ones for the strips. It was meant to be, like it was saved for that. I am 100% done back here. Everything has been installed. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're gonna continue working on my GMC Sierra here. The previous video, I was working on the speaker mount bar. This speaker mount bar, if you haven't watched the other two videos, this speaker mount bar is gonna go in the back of the truck, and we're gonna have some marine grade speakers back there. And also I'm gonna be installing an amp in the bed of the truck. So those two videos are out already. If you want to get caught up on this project, I suggest to go back and watch those two videos. On this one here, this is going to be part 3, and I think this is going to be final part, because I'm going to get it all installed, up and running. It's because I have a week. Yeah, I have a week left to work on this and get it ready for a show. This show is 2025 Dino's Get Down here in Glendale, Arizona. So that truck, my truck, is gonna be in that show. If you guys wanna come by and check it out, if you guys wanna say hi to me, I'll appreciate that too. I would love to meet you guys too. Anyway, so what we're gonna work on is the bar. I'm gonna show you the bar first, because on the previous video, the last part of that video, I finished painting the bar, and it was just ready to be installed. Right now I'm going to show you how that bar came out. It's looking really nice. Now it's just a matter of finishing up the rest of it, but I will show you what the bar looks like. All right, so let's go ahead and check that out. It's already painted. As you can see, it's looking really nice, shiny, and yeah, it's exactly what I was hoping for. And these where the welds used to be, it's a smooth transition now from the bar, from the tubing to this plate. You can't even tell there was a weld there, so that's good. Same thing on this side. See the transition in here? It's super smooth and shiny. So yeah, it's exactly what I was hoping for, and it's ready, guys. This bar is ready for the mount. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting up the ABS sheet here. I'm gonna cut it to size. I'm gonna start drilling holes. I'm gonna start mounting everything that has to be here. I want to finish up all this. Once I'm done with this, then I'm gonna get started on the truck, running my wires underneath and figuring out a way to fish through that hole all my wires. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on the mount. All right, guys, so the next step on the process is going to be cutting up my ABS sheet here. It's a 1/4 inch thick, 12 inches by 16 inches. And what I'm going to do, this is going to be my mounting plate for my amplifier, and it's going to go something like this. But before I cut my piece here, I need to figure out how thick and how long I'm gonna need my side, my top, and my other side piece, because I need to cap this end, that way I don't have that hole exposed. What I'm gonna do is take this to my table saw, cut a strip about that thick and that long for all the way around. That way I can start with that first, putting on screwing on some stainless steel screws on the side, top and the other side. That's gonna look perfect. And once I'm done doing the sides, top, and the other side, now I can figure out how big my centerpiece is gonna look like. It's okay, so I'll take it to the saw, cut my pieces, and then I'll come back, and then we're gonna start putting those side pieces on. I went ahead and put some tape on everything here because I don't want any scratches, and especially once I start cutting on this sheet, I don't want any indentations or any gouges on any of this. So that's why I taped it. I'm trying to prevent any damages, but who knows, hopefully that'll work. I also taped up the piece of tubing here because I'm going to be working a lot here with tools, so I don't want any accidents to happen here. Anyway, so I took my ABS piece to the table. I had my clamps, I had my saw, and I cut myself 3 strips. These are approximately 1 inch thick, and I think that's gonna work perfectly for what I need. It's gonna be something like that, guys, so you can have an idea what this is gonna look like. It's gonna look something like so, like that. Okay, that way you can get an idea what this box is gonna look like. All right, so that's cut. I'm happy with that. Now, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut my pieces out, the length of this, and this. Then I'm gonna start drilling my holes. I have all my hardware here. As you can see, I bought all kinds of stainless steel hardware, and that should do it. I'm gonna go ahead and drill and tap all these holes. I think I'm gonna have 3, 3, and 3 on each side. Okay, so let me get my stuff ready, and once I start drilling, once I get all my tools ready to drill, I'm gonna bring you out here so you can see how I'm gonna do that. Here's a quick update. I already cut my side pieces and then my top piece right here. I also made a lot of measurements here. This is where my bolts are gonna go. I'm gonna do a total of 3 per strip, and I have them lined up over here. These outer ones are gonna be the ones for the strips, and the center ones are gonna be the ones for the actual base of the amp rack here. All right, I also have everything set up. I have my die, the correct die size for my screw right here. I'm gonna be countersinking the heads onto the ABS using this right here, and then this I'm gonna use this one here, this drill bit, to pre-drill the holes there. I don't want that to do all the work by itself. Make it easier. And I have my die set here just in case you were wondering what I'm using. Nothing fancy, but it's gonna get the job done. So I'm gonna go ahead and start drilling these out. I want to make sure I get the right depth for the heads to go in, then keep them flush with the surface. All right, so that's next, and yeah, stick around because this is coming together. All right, guys, basically that's what I'm gonna do to the other two pieces. As you can see, they are flush with the top of this sheet, and that's the whole idea. Once I remove the tape, those bolt heads are gonna look great, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to add a little bit of custom look to it. I'm gonna do the same thing to the sides. I'm gonna do the same thing to this one, that one, and once I'm done with all this, I'm gonna get ready to start cutting this one to the size I need. And yeah, this is coming together. It's looking better and better every minute. Cool. I'll get you guys back out here when I'm ready to start cutting the base. All right, stay tuned. All right, here is an update, guys. I am finished installing my base, the mount for the amplifier. All the screws, they've been installed, and let me tell you, it's looking pretty nice. All right, so take a look. That's how the mount is gonna look like. You can see it from the bottom. You can see those holes. Those are for the all the wiring. Nice. It's looking good. It's looking like something. And this is the amp I'm gonna use. So the amp is gonna go something like this. Just like that, guys. All right, moving along. Next thing, it's gonna be, I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove the base, and then I'm gonna go ahead and carve out or cut out the opening for the fan. Remember, there's gonna be a fan installed underneath that, blowing air from the bottom to the top. That way we keep the amp cool, because it's gonna be in direct sunlight at all times. So that fan is gonna help it keep it cool. All right, so that's gonna be the next thing. I'm gonna take this off, trace it out, figure out how I'm gonna mount it from the bottom, and yeah, I'm gonna show you once I figure it out how I'm gonna do it. I'll show you what we're gonna do. And this is kind of the way it's gonna look. I already traced out my amp. This is the outline for the amp, and the fan is gonna sit right in the middle underneath the amp. So I already traced that out as well. I'm gonna cut that out, and I might use my router to what is it? To create some kind of step down on the other side. So this part goes into the ABS part. I'm not sure yet. I might just drill it in place, drill holes in place and install it, or I don't know. I might use my router to carve some of that material out from the bottom. That way this can sink into the material. Not sure yet what I'm gonna do, but anyway, that's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the base plate, and I'm gonna start cutting that out. Yeah, so once I do that, I will get you guys back out here. All right, guys, and there it is. That's the center of my hole. I have a hole saw here that it's perfect for the measurement I need for my fan. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that to cut out a hole, and then I'll figure out the bottom. I'm gonna test out the fan, see if I like the fitment from underneath. And also I have drawn up a couple of holes here. This is gonna be for my wiring. I'm gonna go ahead and drill those out as well, since I have it here on the table. So let's go ahead and get drilling. Alright guys, here is a quick update. I already installed the fan. You can see the fan right there, I ran my RCAs through just to make sure that that hole was going to be big enough for these ones here, and that's installed. I put everything back together. I'm not going to remove the tape just yet until I'm ready, because I'm afraid I'm going to scratch it or damage it. So that's going to stay on until I can until I install this on the truck. Anyway, so I'm going to show you back here. I already installed the grommets. That's for the speaker wires. Grommet there, grommet there, same thing here and there. And back here you can see how I installed the fan. It's got a grill, and you can see that right there. Even though I filed out those slits right there, they're smooth. I went ahead and threw some protection on there, some rubber, just a little safety there, even though I don't need it, because I made sure that I filed those down really well. They're not sharp at all, but it doesn't hurt. I just added that piece of plastic there, or rubber. All right, so hold on, just give me 1 second. All right guys, so we're done here. There's nothing else I can do. Next thing I have to work on is the truck. I need to find a way to, oh, I'm sorry. Of course, never fails. Oh, all right, as I was saying, next thing to do, guys, is I'm gonna run my positive wire off of this terminal here. I will be running it to that side, underneath the passenger side, all the way to the back. I have to fab up a fuse holder here somewhere. I need to figure out where I'm gonna install the fuse, so I'm gonna work on that. I'll figure that part out, and then I'm gonna start running all my wires through. Once I run all my wires through and fish them through the bed right here, you remember that hole there, then I can go ahead and start putting everything back here before I can get into the back of the head unit. First thing first, I need to figure out a place for my fuse. All right, so let's work on that. And here we have a fuse block mount. I just made this out of PVC, 1/4 of an inch PVC sheet. I just bent it to shape like this to install my new fuse holder. I used my heat gun. I used a piece of wood, and I just bent it to shape, and this is the shape I came up with. This little thing is gonna hold the fuse. It's gonna hold the new fuse here, and I'm gonna tell you where it's gonna go. I found a place for it. So this thing is gonna go like this, guys. Okay, hold on, let me switch hands so you can see it better. All right, so this is gonna go like this, guys. I'm gonna mount it right there, and yeah, that should do it. This is gonna work perfectly. That way I can get my lead. I'm gonna zip tie it right next to those brake lines, and I know for a fact that those brake lines go all the way to the back, so I'm just gonna follow them right next to the frame. But yeah, this is gonna be out of the way. This is clean, just the way I like it. All right, so all I gotta do next, I already drilled my holes, as you can see. All I gotta do is just drill a couple holes there, put some bolts in those holes. After that, I'm gonna get working on my positive wire here. Not sure if I'm gonna use the same brass terminal here, or if I'm gonna use a different one I have now. I don't know. I will figure that one out. But this was just an update on my custom made fuse holder bracket. All right, so it's a lot of work, a lot of tedious work, but this is custom, and just the same way I've done with the rest of the truck. I have taken my time and done things as best as possible, and this is no exception. That's why it's taken a while, but at the end of the day, at the end of this video, it's gonna look amazing. It's gonna sound amazing. All right, so let's keep going. All right, guys, moving on to the next step. If you guys remember earlier when I was unboxing all the equipment, I showed you guys this copper bar, and this is what I'm gonna use to extend the positive lead on that positive terminal on this side here, and that's where I'm going to attach the new positive lead for the amp. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna get my cutting wheel. I'm gonna cut off a piece of that because I don't need the whole thing, and that's gonna be where I'm going to be attaching the new power lead for the amp. Okay, so let's go ahead and start cutting these off, and I'll show you once. I'm gonna show you once I get it all drilled out and installed on the truck. I'm gonna show you how this is gonna look like. All right, as you guys can see, it got dark on us again, but we are making progress. There's a lot of tools, there's a lot of mess everywhere, guys, but this thing is looking better and better. I already installed the mount for the fuse holder here, and it looks amazing. I already ran the power wire all the way to the back. I'll show you that right now. And take a look at this right here, guys. These look super clean, just like the rest of the truck. I'm liking it. And this location here for the fuse holder couldn't be a better place. It was meant to be, like it was saved for that fuse holder. All right, so I got the I installed the wire. I ran the wire, and what I did, I installed the that protective sleeve all the way to the back because it was gonna be obviously underneath the truck, so I wanted to protect that. The wire is, the power wire is all the way to the back. I fished it through the hole. I fished it through that hole right there. You can see the sleeve here, and it's all the way back here. All right, so we're gonna continue with this tomorrow. It's already late. I have to get ready. To go to work tomorrow, so I gotta do a couple things. I have to clean up. First of all, I gotta clean up all this mess, and we're gonna continue on this tomorrow. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, it's the next day. We're gonna continue with the speaker bar. I have it on the table now, and I'm gonna start fishing all my wiring through the bar. It's not gonna be a fast or a quick thing to do because I have to fish every single wire through a hole about 1 inch thick, so 1 inch in diameter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you on the tripod. I am going to start working all the wires in there. Once I'm done to mount the bar, I'm gonna get you over to the truck, and we're gonna start mounting this thing finally. All right, so let's go to the table and start fishing all those wires through. All right, fellas, we're making progress. The speaker bar is mounted. All my wires are ran through. It was not the easiest thing to do everything by myself without scratching anything, but I did it. I got all my leads here. I got my remote, my ground, power, my RCAs, and the fan leads. Everything has been ran through. Everything's under the truck. Before going under the truck and running the rest of the wires into the cab and connecting my ground directly to the frame, before I do all that, I'm gonna focus on everything up here. I want to be done with the bed part, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove all the tape. I'm gonna remove all the tape. I'm gonna remove all these tape. I'm gonna go ahead and finish mounting the amp. I'm gonna hook everything up. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna give you oh, and also mounting the speakers as well, because I still have to run the wires through the grommets all the way to here. That's gonna take me a while because the pipe, the tubing is getting filled with wires. So I'm not sure how easy or hard that's gonna be, but I have to do it. All right, so once I'm done with everything here, I'm gonna button everything up. The next clip is gonna be showing you the final result, how everything is gonna look mounted back here. All right, I gotta keep moving. Stay tuned for another update. All right, guys, and here it is. I am 100% done back here. Everything has been installed, and let me tell you, it looks really nice. All the wiring, everything is done. The fan underneath. This is just a quick peek at the system back here. I'm gonna show you more in depth once I'm done with everything. I'm gonna show you underneath the base, the amp base, so you can see what I did underneath that the amp mount. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys see it really quick. And here it is. Look, it's looking clean, that's for sure. All right, so next I have all my wiring on the side of the truck. I need to start running it to the front and then bring the RCAs and the switch inside the cab, and the rest of the work is going to be inside the cab. So why don't we just go ahead and start working inside the cab. I'm just going to run the wires all the way inside. There's no need for you guys to see that because it's just a matter of hiding the wires. At the end, I'm going to show you how I did it. But for now, let's go work inside the cab. All right, guys, all the wires have been ran through the bottom. I'm going to show you that right now. Let's start here in the front. I was able to pass him through the firewall using the original grommet there. So if you can see down there, that's the RCA and that's the remote going in there. And way down there, it's the 12 volt, the positive, and it goes into the fuse block here. All right, so it goes on top of the frame there, and then let me go underneath the truck so I can show you. Okay, just give me a second here. Okay. All right, so I crossed the wires right there, and then you can see them right here. I have all the wires right there. Give me 1 second. Okay, so they go. I drilled a couple of holes on that what is it, that sheet metal there, and then I use zip ties all the way down to there, and I pass them between the cap mount and the frame. As you can see it there, everything has insulated jackets for protection, power, the RCAs, and the remote. Okay, so let's move on to the back here. All right, guys, right here is gonna be kind of tricky, but I'll do my best to show you. This is where I drilled a hole and I installed my ground right there. It's kind of hard to show you, but you get the point. Okay, that's my ground right there. Okay, and then all my wires, they continued here and they went up into that hole. Yep, so that's it. All right, and in here in the cab, I have my RCAs and my remote. That's all I need in here. And that's gonna take place tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna work on that tomorrow because right now it's super late. But yeah, I have one more day to finish this, guys. One more day. I have to finish it tomorrow and I have to tune it. Today is Monday. I have to tune it. I have to get it done tomorrow, Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm gonna go to my buddy's house and help him out with his truck. You're gonna see a video on that coming soon. And then Thursday, that's when I get to tune it. I need to tune the system. I need to tune the rear speakers. And yeah, because Friday, I'm gonna wash it, I'm gonna clean it. And Saturday, this coming Saturday, it's gonna be the show. And I need to have it ready. I need to get it all ready to go. So stay tuned. We're making progress. We're gonna continue on this with this tomorrow. All right, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. All right, guys, and just like that, it's the next day. I just came back from work, and I'm gonna finish installing the rest of the sound system. One last thing I have to do is actually two things. One of them is install the RCA volume controller underneath, like under the dash. Then the other one is pull the stereo out, the head unit out, and start messing with the wires. I need to split up the RCAs, power, ground, and the remote, so I can power up the rear amp and the actual volume controller itself. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna put you on the tripod. I'm gonna remove all that, do all my wiring, and then I'll show you after that what I did with my wires. So let's keep moving because I need to hear this playing tonight. All right, guys, so just like you saw on that time lapse, I messed with all the wires here, and what I did, I used my front. I'm gonna use my front channels to run to feed these 4 channels going into the DSP. Before, I had these 4 channels individually running, 2 in the front and 2 in the rear. All right, so now I use a splitter to send the signal to all 4 of them just out of the front channels. Remember, these the DSP on my head unit, it's on flat right now. It's sending flat signal or full range signal to the DSP. The DSP is doing all the equalizing work for all the speakers in here in the cab. So this should be fine. And the rear, I am using the rear channels. It's gonna go. This is a new RCA. It's gonna go straight out to feed to plug into the RCA volume controller. It's got an in and out. So this is gonna be how I'm gonna control the volume for the rear amp. Also, I decided to do it this way because my head unit, it also has a DSP included. This one here, I'm gonna be able to tune my rear speakers however I want to. I'm gonna do my amp. I'm gonna leave my amp on the full range setting so I can do my tuning of my head unit here, just for the rears. Like I said, the front ones, all the tuning is done by the DSP in the center console here. Okay, I went ahead and spliced my remote because I need that to turn this on and to turn the rear amp on. All right, all this is done. All I gotta do next is install this one under the dash. Once I do that, once I have everything installed and running, I will show you how it sounds. Hopefully it's gonna sound really cool, really loud, really clean, no problems. And yeah, so I can give you a demo hopefully by the end of the video tonight. Yeah, all right, so stay tuned. Let me finish up doing all this. All right, guys, and finally I am done 100%. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna give you a demo of the new system, the new bed speakers, and let me tell you, it sounds so clear and loud too. As you can see in the background, the truck's sitting there. I'm just gonna turn the camera around and show you how it looks at night. Look at that, guys. Look at that setup in the back. Woo-wee, so bright. But yeah, it's nice. It's ready to go. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a demo because that's all you were waiting for. You've been waiting for a demo for the past weeks since video 1. So I'm gonna turn something. I'm gonna put a song, something I can play without getting a copyright hit. So it's not gonna be the greatest songs, but at least I'm gonna be able to show you. You're gonna be able to hear what the system is all about. And let me show you here on the bottom. I'm not sure if you can see it. This is where I installed the volume controller for the rear. All right, so let me give you a quick demo here. Let me show you how it looks. And so here we go. I'm gonna play something that you can listen to. Let's see. Yeah, let's play that. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to play regular music, so this is just a demo. Not the greatest music, guys, but this is just so you guys can hear it. I'm about 100 feet away from the truck and still loud and clear, guys. Cool. Alright guys, well there you have it. The installation is done. It sounds loud and clear and I like it. It's not too crazy, but it's just loud enough to just to party around, to like tailgate and just have fun with it. All right, so this is gonna be the end of the video, guys. Don't forget, I'm gonna be at Dino's Get Down this weekend. Hopefully this video is gonna be up before that weekend. It's just a couple of days away. I'm gonna do my best to upload it before Saturday, November 15th. Again, if you guys see me at Dino's, just pull up and say hi to me, and I would love to meet you guys. If you guys have any questions about the build, please let me know. Let me know what you think about the build. And as usual, guys, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing to the channel, and yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like the build. Let me know what you think about the build. All right, until the next one, peace out and see you later.